Premier's house. And if the Premier was sleeping and he was told Amin was around, he would wake up and come out immediately. The Premier would be in the room with Aminu. Aminu's boys would be grumbling. Sardauna servants would be cursing. Mara Aminu and Sardauna were in the room talking. Anytime J.S. Sarkar had any problem or had any piece of information to give, he would come and see Sardauna. As a result, Sardauna built one north. In those days, nobody referred to his tribe or religion. We were all Yang Arewa. In those days, we were so powerful, so respected. We were like a lion. If we roared, people would shiver. Today, unfortunately, we have become little goats. If we cry, they would just pour water on us and tell us to shut up. Those were the days. So if we were to adopt the philosophy of Sardauna today and implement it, we would be able to solve all of our problems, economic, political, social, and religious. Sardauna's philosophy is the answer to our problems in Nigeria today. We had a country that was led by a great gentleman, Sardauna's colleague, Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa. He and Nehru were then reputed to be the best leaders in the developing world. They made Nigeria what it was then, a great country. Today, as I keep saying, things have fallen apart. We have thrown overboard the norms and values that we inherited from these great leaders. The institution of family has broken down. Respect for elders and constituted authority that used to be a cardinal principle in our society is now at its lowest ebb. Honesty, why it does not pay, has become meaningless. Symptoms of revolt loom large in the horizon. In short, today there is meaninglessness in philosophy, insecurity in polity, immorality in society, corruption in economy, frustration in art, and lack of But although I have painted the picture black, I still remain optimistic. He who has faith in God does not lose hope in him. All these ugly things that I have mentioned and many more will come to pass one day by the grace of God. Everything that has a beginning has an end. Only God has no beginning, no end. But we must work. We must emulate the Sardaunas, the Tafawa Balewas, the Azukwes, the Awalos, the Aminu Kanos, and so on. We must revisit the past and revive the glory of the past. You, the youth, are the answer. The future is yours. You are the panacea to our ills. You are the solution to our problem. You are the vehicles of change. You are the vanguard of the revolution. I'm not calling for a bloody revolution, mark you. Because somebody the other day was saying that this old man is calling for a revolution because he is old, he's about to die. He wants to be accompanied. I am calling for a non-violent revolution, a bloodless revolution, a cultural revolution, the type of revolution led by Mahatma Gandhi with his philosophy of satyagraha, non-violent resistance. You can do it. You can change. I want a change of attitude. I want us to love our country, to love ourselves, to be our brothers' keepers. But we have to have good leaders. You will be the leaders. The future is yours. You can make it or mar it. If you decide to succumb to the machinations of greedy, irresponsible, undesirable leaders, you will be spoiling your future. and you'll inherit a bad future. If you stand firm and become patriotic, then you will be paving the way for a glorious future, and you will inherit a glorious future. But I warn you, you as youth should not think that you can do it alone, because this idea of new breed is not my cup of tea. No, you need the advice of the old. The best of organization is a combination of the old and the young. For you need the experience, the wisdom, and the maturity of the old, as well as the dynamism, radicalism, and youthful exuberance of the young. New breed without the old breed will breed greed. So you try to identify good old people and team up with them, and make sure that we have good leaders. Because the saying is, if any congregational prayer goes wrong, it is the imam leading it that spoils it. The problem in Nigeria, and indeed in Africa, is that of leadership. You've got good leaders, it will be all right. We had good leaders in Sardauna, in Abubakar, in Dik, Awolo, and Min Kano, and that was why the country was good. Good leaders. And permit me, Your Excellency, to end up with my usual prayer. May God grant that we may have leaders, not rulers, not looters. Leaders with the fear of God. Leaders who will not lie. Leaders who will accept in public what they have accepted in secret. Leaders, not rulers. Leaders who will not steal. Leaders who are not corrupt. Leaders who look at the lot of the common men with the eyes of compatriots, not with the eyes of the privileged few. Leaders, not rulers. Leaders with a vision like Sardauna. Leaders who have fire in their bellies but humanity in their hearts. Fire in their bellies so that they may take unpleasant but necessary decisions, but humanity in their hearts so that in taking such decisions they may temper justice with mercy. Leaders, not rulers. Leaders, not looters. Leaders who will know when they are no longer equal to the exigencies of their nation, and will have the prudence of handing over before they forfeit the admiration of their countrymen. Not leaders who will want to perpetuate their stay in office until death do us part, like church marriage. May God grant that we may have such leaders. And may God forgive Sir Ahmad Bello. Allah ya gafarta masa. Allah ya sa yana aljanna. Allah ya samu bahalayensa. Allah ya ba Najeriya lafiya da zama lafiya. Allah ya haɗa kawunanmu. Allah ya haɗa kawunanmu. Allah ya haɗa kawunanmu. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.